Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, and we're going to be reviewing this game here, Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. But at the moment, I'm playing Max Payne 3, which is awesome. Spoiler alert for the review. But anyway, Witcher 2! So this game came out on PC last year, and it's come out for the Xbox 360 a month ago, so I've reviewed it. It's on the side if you want to check out what I gave it out of 10. Click the link and read my full written review, but this is the video review. So Witcher 2, it's an excellent port. It's not like a half-done port. It's really solid, really great, and they've even added some extra missions that I think is just downloadable content for the PC. So I'm not going to go into the story because the story's confusing, and it's better off if you just play it. So this is a game for story gamers. If you play games like The Elder Scrolls and Fallout just for the gameplay, you don't really pay attention to the story, you probably don't want to pick this game up. The gameplay in this game is fine. It's really good. It's just the story excels. So there's 3 independent plot lines you can go down. There's heaps of choice. That is the strong point of this game, is the choice. It's a moral choice. It's really intuitive how they do it, and one choice can literally change the entire game. There's multiple different endings and 3 different plot lines, like I said. But the way that they do the choices, some of the choices are really good. So some choices are timed. So if you don't pick a choice within 5 seconds, it defaults. So what that means is you have to go with your gut instinct. You don't get to sit there and go, okay, so if I go this way, this is going to happen, or maybe I can go this way and I'll get better something. No, you haven't got that option. You quickly have to pick, so you have to go with your gut. And it's really good, and I don't think I've ever seen that in video games before. So that's probably the strongest point, is the story. It's really dark, it's very mature, it's very sexual as well. And the voice acting's great, the sound's great. But the gameplay, so when you first start the game, it's hard. I ran through on easy, because I'm a bitch, and the first was hard. So at your disposal, you've got your sword, you've got magic spells, and you've got crafting. So you can craft stuff like throwing knives and bombs. And at the start of the game, you're going to need all of that, because it's hard. And then I don't know if it's pacing issues or difficulty issues, but when you get past the first chapter, you are invincible. So if you're good at the games, I'd recommend a normal or even a hard playthrough, but it takes a while to get used to the controls, and it just seems like everything has been ported well for the Xbox controller and the interface, but some things haven't. So like the map is terrible. You can tell that the map is designed for a mouse and keyboard, especially a mouse. So the map isn't really good. Some of the controls are a bit iffy, but other than that, the gameplay's fine. The only thing that's really negative about it is just the lack of I can't think of the word. Lack of substance. Like, the story's there, but throughout the game you're going to be fighting like 3 different enemies. The game is open world in theory, but there's 3 chapters, not including the end, the prologue. But each chapter is a separate town, so you can travel in the town. You can do things like poker dice, arm wrestling, and fist fighting, tournaments and such. But then you can go outside the town and explore little parts and do side quests such as kill all the monsters, go and find people, explore these haunted buildings and stuff. But it's really locked off, so you're locked in that one. So essentially each town is a world, and you can't really go out of it. And a lot of quests are related, like you have to do one thing in the first town, do another thing in the second town, and one more thing in the third town. So it's open world in theory, but not really. So I'm going to have a drink out of my kitty cat mug. But it's a great game. So if you're a fan of RPGs, pick it up. But story is where this truly excels, and it's a really great story. Like I said, the voice acting is great. Heaps of choice. It's got like the dialogue tree, like Fallout and Oblivion has. And you should just pick it up. So the game is... God, it's been a while since I've done video reviews. I don't know what to say. So go and read my review if you really want to know what I think. So I'm struggling here. It's late, and I'm running out of things to say. Let me think really quickly. So like most RPGs, you can upgrade your character as you level up. There's different skills you can, like a skill tree with heaps of different perks. So there's like crafting, magic, and swords, so you can do more damage, have more health, craft things better, make things last longer, better magic spells, and all that other kind of good stuff. The crafting is really dense as well. You can create potions and weapons and all that kind of stuff to get better and bigger weapons and such. But the problem is that it's really weird and it's really hard to get used to, but luckily the game has this huge encyclopedia inside of it with all the characters you've met, and you'll have to go to it quite often to remember what's going on. And with the storyline, it's full of bloodbaths in combat. It's full of deception and liars and all that kind of stuff, and it really makes you think. It's really a really dark and really adult themed story. So if you're an adult, I wouldn't recommend this for anyone under 16, not because of the gameplay or anything, but probably because you can't comprehend and understand the story and all that other kind of good stuff that's in the game. So if you're an older gamer, I definitely recommend it. Pick it up. But yeah, it's a really solid game. It surprised me. I was expecting some kind of slow-paced RPG. Well, it is kind of slow-paced. It's just an amazing story. So if you're a fan of story games, pick it up. It's awesome. Again, written review in the description. Until this time, I'm out. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Alright, I'll admit it. I shit it.
Shut it, dude.
That's my footage. The second one hasn't gone off, I don't think.
Oh yeah, it's going off now. Just got ignited. Oh shit.
Oh.
We need more sparklers.
Oh. When the first one went off, Jesus Christ, I head for the hills.